Fateci largo che passiamo noi, sti giovanotti de sta Roma bella.
Siamo ragazzi fatti col pennello e le ragazze fanno innamorare.
Welcome to the Pasta Queen's Kitchen. Today we are going to blow your mind. We are creating not just any pasta. We're making fresh pasta with a delicious Cacio e Pepe ricotta pasta. And you'll be thinking, what is that? Why is it called Cacio Pepe with ricotta?
Because there's Cacio Pepe and ricotta.
Okay. We are going to first teach you how to make the simplest form of pasta, which is tagliatelle. I'm going to use 2 parts soft wheat flour and 1 part hard wheat flour, which is called semolina flour. Friend, I just stepped on his big toe. You need to stop wearing the flip-flops. No, but you know, someone asked me the other day, how can fresh pasta be al dente? Because it's made fresh and it's soft. Well, this is why I say trainer al dente, because we don't just use soft wheat, we're using hard durum wheat flour. The durum wheat is a harder type of wheat, it's gonna give you that kind of crunchiness. Please do the crunchy sound. Yeah, it's got a little bite to it, and that's what al dente means. It's to the tooth, literally. But really it means, if you were to break it, you will be seeing that kind of faint white line still in it, which shows that the pasta is not fully cooked through until mushy. Not only it's more fun to crunch into that kind of pasta, but it's also better to digest. Let's get right into
action.
Eggs.
Guarda, giocoliere.
A volcano of love. You want to make sure that when you're mixing the eggs inside, they don't spill. If you have 5 egg yolks or whole eggs inside and you start mixing it before it actually all starts binding together, it's gonna literally float everywhere, and it's a grave mistake in fresh pasta making. So we're doing 4 whole eggs and 1 egg yolk. Ma dove hai preso queste uova?
La confezione che abbiamo comprato.
Sei sicuro?
No, io non l'ho fatto, te lo giuro.
What you want to do is start gently mixing within. You're just mixing the inside of the volcano. You're creating the lava. It's not gonna explode. It's gonna transform into fettuccine. I'm actually gonna make tagliatelle, which is a tiny bit bigger, just because I really like more is more. So at this point, once all the eggs have been mixed, you gently tap on the sides and you add a little bit, you see, a little bit more flour. And you do this until you have a thick mixture that will not be running off of your pasta board. Okay, my rule of thumb is that we're using 1 egg per 100 grams of flour. Now you have to understand that the flour can vary in humidity depending upon where you live, and sometimes it needs a little bit more moisture, sometimes less, and sometimes eggs are larger than others. So the rule of thumb has to be judged, of course, by the way the pasta dough comes out. We're using the palm of your hand and we're stretching forward and then rolling back, then stretching forward and then rolling back. I like to do it on each side. The bottom line is do it for at least 15 minutes. What you're doing is working the gluten. You are mixing it, you're creating that chemical reaction of all the particles kind of becoming more elastic together. You know when you've done a good job? When you actually see a little bit of air inside the dough. Why? Because it means that you've actually mixed it and it's grown and moved and it's got this kind of like tiny little air bubble. A lot of people think and that's a mistake, but it's actually not. And also, for the elasticity, you're gonna know if by pushing on it, it bounces back. So what we're doing now is wrapping it really airtight, and you're gonna stick it in the fridge for 20 minutes. We noticed that when the dough is nice and cold, it's easier to work into a pasta sheet. It stays put, it doesn't bounce back. So now in the fridge. What I'm doing is I'm using my hands, making it into a round shape and kind of working it a little bit so that when the rolling pin goes on, it's not like a giant piece. So this is where the workout comes in. Really good for your arms.
Oh, it's heart-shaped.
I know, it's heart-shaped. Aww, so sweet.
Ma perché nemmeno? Scusa, so sweet.
So what you're doing is, you see how you're stretching it, right? Sideways. You're stretching it sideways, so you're rolling on it. I'm gonna do it again. As you're rolling, you're literally pulling on it. You're pulling. Then you're slapping it, okay? And you know what I love about the semolina flour? That it kind of gives it that even rougher edge. Just like when you get dry boxed pasta. It's got that kind of rough surface that makes any sauce stick to it. Okay, you want to go down until your pasta sheet is see-through. So that's the exact thickness you want, you know? It's about 2 to 3 millimeters max in terms of thickness of the pasta. At this point, what we do is that we fold it and we cut it. Doesn't matter that you have uneven edges. Some will be a little bit longer than others, but it's still edible. These are handmade tagliatelle. See how beautiful they are? Just fold them on themselves and put them down. Now that you've done that amazing fresh homemade fettuccine, look at this, beauties. Nice and thick, just like me. What we do is we create the base of the cacio pepe just as you would in a normal cacio pepe. We have toasted peppercorns, we have the fluffy pecorino romano cheese which has gone in the finest grating section, a little bit of cooking water, and we whisk until it's so creamy that you can't stop. This is perfect. So you're whisking it until all the pecorino is basically melted. The pasta water is boiling, so you salt it. Remember, the fettuccine will only take 3 to 4 minutes. What we do is put them in and wait 1 minute exactly. The ricotta goes in at this point. So tears of the gods have been extracted from the fettuccine. Fettuccine literally are ready in 30 seconds. And just before they go in, we create the ultimate ricotta cacio pepe. It's ready. They need to be exactly al dente. How much do we need for al dente?
37 seconds.
30 seconds?
Yeah.
37 seconds until al dente.
Now 1 second less.
Okay. Once the fettuccine go in, I'm gonna turn on the flame on very low because I want it all to melt into itself.
3 seconds. 2, 1, go.
They're very al dente. They're going in and they are basically becoming a cacio pepe ricotta fettuccine pasta. So at this point, of course, you're gonna need the tears of the gods, even a little bit more starchy, you see? And you use it to your own advantage. Fateci largo che passiamo noi, sti giovanotti d'esta Roma bella.
Siamo ragazzi fatti col pennello, e le ragazze fanno innamorare. Ma che ci frega, ma che ci importa, che lo stadio ci
Guys, come on. Look at this. This is my plate.
No,
you
that's-
eat from the pan.
No, we have to do the brother test.
I mean-
What about the brother test?
Cacio Pepe with ricotta. Brother test. The test of all tests. Wow. Tell them. What are they missing?
Tastes like a snowy mountain.
Well, make this dish, let me know how it goes. It was delicious. Cacio Pepe and ricotta with fresh fettuccine by yours truly.